Welcome to another episode of Wine After Whines. This is your girl, Janay.
And this is Najah.
And guys, welcome back to season 2, episode 2 of the podcast. Hey.
Episode 2. We still in there.
All of that. So listen, we have a very special episode for you guys today. We have a special guest by the name of Troupe. And he really not like at all of like a stranger to this show, because we like talk about him all the time, how he be kicking our butts in these workouts, having doing weight loss challenges and all of that. So we're very excited to welcome him. Just for those of you who don't know, Troupe is a personal trainer based out of the Atlanta, Georgia area. He does boxing. He incorporates boxing with this training because he has years of experience with boxing. So we are excited to have him. We're going to probably focus a little bit more about personal with him today, but we're going to go ahead and bring Troupe in and welcome him to our show. Yeah. Give it up for Troupe.
Troupe. There we go.
Hey. How y'all doing?
How you doing?
I'm blessed, man. I can't complain too much at all, man. Thank y'all for having me.
We're so happy to have you. I mean, we're nervous to have you because every time we see you, it's always like, because immediately I feel like I need to jump into like burpees or something. Like,
okay. Yeah. Well, that's good energy. I hope I'm giving out that type of vibe. That's good vibe.
I'm like, did I do a daily go? Shoot.
Right, I forgot the daily go.
Good. I mean, I stay in front of y'all minds, man, and that's always the goal at the end of the day. What job I have. That's good. Thank you.
I guess that's healthy.
Yeah, I'm sure you ain't gonna look at it that way, y'all. You think about them burgers. Think about them burgers.
No. So Troupe, we're gonna jump right into these questions. So we got like some random questions that we pulled, and we just want to know the man behind the muscle, behind the weights, and all of that stuff. So
actually, that should be the name of your podcast, but we'll talk later.
Okay, we'll talk. That sounds dope.
So on our last show, we discussed a topic pertaining to the Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez situation, and how they feel, well, not they, but, you know, out there, Black women are feeling that they're not protected. So, like, they don't feel protected. How do you feel? What's your perspective on that?
Well, it's funny, me and my best friend, my boy Troy, we was just having the same conversation. And we ended up having a cool, nice little debate about it. Actually, it turned into a cool little debate, just different perspectives on different things. As far as that situation specifically, I think he's a coward, he's a lame, he's, you know, every derogatory word you can use to describe a person, he's that. In my book. That's the lowest of the lows, right? And before she even came out with the live, I was wondering why wasn't people like into it, like they into this Takashi stuff and all that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't understand why it wasn't like a topic of conversation. I thought it would be bigger topic of conversation. And then once she finally did,
they didn't believe her.
Right? They didn't. But for whatever reason, like, you can have your reason for not believing her. But once she come out with her story, it's just hard to like. It's hard for Tory to say he did this for any other reason besides she tried to kill him. Like, I don't see no other reason you can to shoot a woman. Like, why you even thinking like that? So it's just that fragile. It make you look at yourself. That's what I did, though. I ain't gonna lie. I looked at myself so hard because I would hope I would never get to that point where I lose my self control that bad, which I know I won't. I think I have great discipline and self-control, but just get to that point that bad where you feel like you have to do something like that to a woman. And then, you know, he's short, so he probably got that going on in his head and everything else that's going on. Yeah, y'all laughing, but it be real. Like, it be real. Like, that's a whole thing. And she a stallion, you feel me? So, like, that probably played a part. Ain't no telling. Like, I just don't understand how people taking up for this. Like, ain't nothing you can do.
It reminds me of like back in the day when you try to like a dude try to talk to you at a gas station or something, and you be like, and you dodge him, he be like, "Well, after you ugly too, then, bitch." You know what I'm saying? And it's like he's probably like,
but see, that different. Only reason I say that's a little bit different because I'm sure they knew each other, right? Like we seen them kind
yeah,
of kicking it before all
yeah,
this type of stuff. So like, they sure they knew. So it probably hurt 10 times worse.
yeah,
Like, hey, from you, you know what I'm saying? Like, for whatever cost, there ain't nothing he can say besides she had a gun, she tried to kill me, I had to defend myself. And we know that probably not the story, so
right,
I don't get that. Like, I was telling my boy, that's how the conversation, that's what the debate ended up starting, really, was Jay-Z. I remember when Jay-Z and Solange went off on Jay-Z in the elevator. That's
yep,
Yeah.
crazy, right? If Jay-Z would have handled that situation a little bit different, he might not, I mean, he might be Jay-Z, but he might not be, like, it might be tainted a little bit, right? Like,
Yep.
especially in the eyes of women, you know what I'm saying? But he had enough self-control to be like, I'm gonna just take this. We don't know if that man was in the right or if it's even wrong. Like, she was defending her sister, like, you know what I'm saying? He could have been dead wrong. But he just knew, like, he had some self-thought to know, I'm gonna take this as it is, you know, take. Because if I put my hands on this woman,
it's gone,
like, that could be everything. You
yeah.
feel me? So we gotta have that type of self-control. My boy thought that nobody should put their hands on each other, and I totally agree with that. Nobody should put their hands on nobody. But I said you can't tell no woman, like you can't break no bad news to a woman. It's your fault, and tell her in her face and kind of not expect. Like, I ain't saying you should do it as a woman, but I'm kind of like expecting
Mm-hmm.
some type of emotional reaction. Like I am. I ain't even gonna lie. And maybe that's just been what I've seen or whatever. But I expect it. Like I think it's you messed up as a man. Like shit, you gotta take it. Like
You can
you know
take
what
it
I'm saying?
back to the Chris Brown. You can take it back to the Chris Brown and the Rihanna situation. A lot of women, a lot of
Mm.
people were like, "Well, Rihanna is feisty. She probably like was
They don't
mushing
deserve
that
that though.
man. She was probably
Yeah.
Yeah.
blowing stuff to him and to
Yeah.
provoke him to, do what he did."
Yeah.
Yeah. We ain't in them cars, right? Like we not there. So I don't like again, if Rihanna had a knife and she wanted the dirty wine on his neck, then yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. You feel me? But if it was just as simple as just an argument that escalated, then we gotta be better. Like those gotta be examples of like, man, we just gotta be better at self-control. Like we just have to.
So
Because
those
we
are
can hurt women. I'm sorry, Janae. What you saying?
no, I was saying I think those are like examples of just like domestic violence and stuff like that. But do you feel like in a general sense that Black women are protected?
In a general sense, yes. Like if I had to do the macro of it all, yes, I really do. Like I really do. But I do understand, like I was telling my boy, I understand where all this we're not being protected. Like I do understand where they're coming from. Cause now this mad situation is making other women relive their trauma. Like they reliving it. Like I'm like the Kiki Palmer stuff come like all this stuff is just coming out. Yeah, I pay attention. I'm sure regular women are having these same conversations too. And then you have these conversations and then probably it seems like, you know, uh, y'all not protected. I will say this though, I think y'all do and y'all are more thoughtful of us than sometimes men are of y'all. You know what I'm saying? But our job for most men in our head is to like just go get it. Like make sure we survive and protect you know what I'm saying? So sometimes we neglect that area of it. And I think y'all just do a better job of that. But I do feel like Black men protect, especially now. Like if not if not more, maybe in the 60s, 70s, especially now. Like I think everybody got a little sense of awareness about what's going on, and we need to. So, but a situation like this definitely make it look bad for us Black men. But we got to everybody got to know this a special circumstance. Like I don't think too many men, Black men, at that like is that fragile, that ego that fragile to want to pull the gun out and try to kill a girl.
Yeah, I don't disagree. We were talking about on the last show that me and Naja specifically feel protected by the men that we have surrounding us, like
Mm-hmm.
our husbands, our dads, our brothers. Like we feel protected by those men. So it's not
That's good.
often where we're somewhere where we feel like we're not protected. I mean, if you don't know me as a Black man, I don't expect you to like have my back or something like that. But
Right.
it would be nice, but I really don't expect a random Black man to be like, "Oh, you a sister, so I got you automatically."
I hope we get back to that. See, that's that 60s right there. Like that's that 60s type of mindset. So I hope we kind of get back to that. Not even, I mean, especially with the women, but just us in general, because as you see, it's like a target on our back. So we got to make sure we protecting ourselves inside that household and outside that household. So we see wrong, we got to make sure. But they got us trained well where we just focus on our shit. And,
yeah, they
get
do.
this
My
done.
biggest thing is stop putting everybody in a category. Stop
No, we
saying
can't.
we don't feel protected by Black men. I mean, that's just me. Like I said, that's me in general. I've always felt protected from, like I said, my husband, even before my husband, my father, my brother, my uncles, my cousins. I've always felt protected by them. But
Right.
it's me. So, but like I said, the same goes for Janay. So we can't say all Black men don't protect women, are us Black women. We gotta stop putting everybody in this box. That's the problem that we have as Black people in general. We keep putting people put us in a box and put us that same Black people. Like, no, we're not all like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We all not the same. We all not alike. I look at it like this from a man's point of view, being raised by a bunch of women. Like, I think they just hurt. Like, not y'all specifically, but women just hurt right now. Like that news is really like, it's earth shattering. Like, we ain't never seen nothing like this in our lifetime as far as music go and entertainment. Like, these two big stars, Tori probably one of the biggest stars coming out of quarantine. You feel me? And they got the number one song in the country right now. So like, these some stars, and then a dude shoot a woman. So like, women hurt. So I look at it like,
We hurt.
I don't know. I don't never take it personally. Yeah, I don't take it personally. Like, get it out. Because in some cases they white. They probably been in a situation where men didn't protect them. But I think the macro, like the overall, I think overall it's been pretty good. I think we do a pretty good job. A lot of women have some great examples.
I got your next question.
I'm listening.
So this is about the fact that we've been quarantined for a long time, and since COVID and everything, and people have been extremely inspired by self-employment and getting their stuff together and trying to be entrepreneurs because they found out that their companies ain't really nothing, and so a lot of people have been looking forward to like pursuing their own passions. You as an entrepreneur, do you have any advice for specifically Black women, men and women, on how to get started, and just any advice about being an entrepreneur, period?
That's funny. I was just having this conversation today too. So,
we picked the right questions for you.
Yeah, I see. That was a point. Read my mind. First and foremost, anybody that's getting into any type of entrepreneurship got to know it's hard. All right. Don't think like you leaving a job that you don't like and then going to a job or start working for yourself and thinking like it's gonna be easy. This is hard. This is not an easy task, and it's ongoing each and every day. So you got to be able to put the grind in. You understand? Everybody grind different, and I get that. Everybody motivation is different. Some people want their money. Some people just really have joy into bringing light into people or whatever the situation may be. You know what I mean? So you got to take all that into account. Be self-aware about who you are. First, one of the most important attributes in life, in my opinion, is self-awareness. Because once you realize who you are and your faults and the things you're good at, things, you know what I'm saying, then you can start navigating around that. See, a lot of times people don't know what they want to do because they don't even know what they're good at. They don't know. Like, so you don't have no sense of direction, right? So once you have some self-awareness about yourself, like what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what you're tired of doing, what you want to do, then you can go there. I was just telling somebody this morning, like they tired of their situation and they're not happy. And I always say, if you're in a situation you're not happy, you gotta go. Like, you just have to. As we see, time is flying, people is dying. You gotta be happy for yourself, right? But you also want to make sure that you're smart too. Like, you gotta make calculated decisions. So you can't go. I told her, don't leave without a plan. Like,
Right.
I don't never tell nobody the same, because some people know my story or whatever, but I don't never give people the same exact advice because I was fortunate enough to be in a position to do what I did, to be able to quit my job. And I was already doing this. I was already training while I was working. I was doing two jobs in one. You feel me? And build the clientele, and I just went out faith. I ain't gonna tell everybody to do that. Everybody not in that position. You got bills and, you know what I'm saying? You got stuff to worry about. So you just got to be self-aware. You got to know what you're good at, what you're not good at, where you may need help at, where you might not need help at, all that type of stuff, where you can save some money at, all that type of stuff. And then once you get that, you'll be able to have some sense of direction. And once you have that sense of direction, go. Consistency is the key to life. Like, okay, what you trying to do? Consistency is the key to life. So the more you do it, the better you're gonna get. Trial and error, all that type of stuff, and you'll get better at it. But don't feel like so many people over here, so what? Make better stuff than they doing. You know what I'm saying? Or add, just tweak yours a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, or they might just like your flavor. When it comes to training, it's a million trainers. It's 3 gyms within 5 miles on Metropolitan. You feel me? With 20 trainers in it, like, and that's just on Metropolitan. So it's plenty gyms, it's plenty trainers. You think I'm gonna stop doing this because it's plenty? No, I got a passion, and then my passion gonna shine. In my opinion, I'm gonna feel, and my passion gonna shine through. So you just gotta be confident within yourself, and just expect to fail a little bit. Like, it's just part of it. Growing pains. Like, Walmart didn't become Walmart overnight. Amazon didn't become Amazon overnight. It's just part of it. So I think a lot of people, especially a lot of people, because we've pretty much been bred with fear. Like, fear and tradition. So we always either, I know, go to college, 9 to 5. And if you're doing it, that's cool. If that's something you want to do, I ain't knocking it. But a lot of times people make that move because of tradition. And then a lot of times people stay where they at because of fear. I just think we gotta step out on our own faith a little bit and have some fun in this life, man. You know what I mean? Do stuff you like to do.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that advice, Troupe. I really do.
Yeah, man, I can go home days like that.
But listen.
Great advice. That's great advice.
So much to say about entrepreneurship, man. I learned something, I feel like, every other day, like, about this.
Yeah, right. So, Troupe, this question that I'm about to ask you, I need to know this answer coming from you.
Okay.
Roy Jones and Mike Tyson about to fight.
Okay.
First of all, do you think it's really gonna happen? Second question is, who do you think gonna take home that belt? Just throw it out.
All right. I think it's gonna happen. I think the pressure of the public, they already pushed it back. All right. So I think the pressure of the public gonna put it on them boys, like, man. And Roy ready. All right. Quick backstory though. Roy Jones is my favorite boxer of all time. Like, my number one favorite boxer of all time. I think Floyd is the best. Like, as far as putting it all together, if I ever had to tell somebody what boxing was, I'd show them Floyd take. But Roy Jones did stuff I ain't never seen before. So, and I had signed gloves from him and everything. So I'm a big Roy Jones fan, and I might be talking with my heart, but I told somebody else this too. I think Roy Jones gonna take it. The only reason I say that is Roy Jones fought in 2016. Mike ain't fought since like 2006. You feel me, or something like that. So I just think he got a little ring rust. Tyson will have a little ring rust, and Roy, be a little ready. So we'll see though.
You think so?
Yeah. I'm gonna watch it. I don't want him to fight though, to be honest.
I don't either. I'm nervous.
I do. I want to see this.
I don't know.
You want to see it?
I want to see it, Troupe.
Are you a big Tyson or Roy Jones fan?
I like Roy Jones. I think more because I seen more of his stuff because of my age. More than I did Mike Tyson. I mean, the main thing that I mean, of course, I've seen stuff. I've looked back at some YouTube and stuff, but the main thing I remember is Holyfield and Tyson. That's my memory. Like kid memory. But Roy Jones got
dog. Yeah, Tyson's dog, man. He was special. You know what I'm saying? We just study all of them. So all them greats. I know all of them, watched all their fights. And Tyson the dog, I just think inactivity. If they were fighting younger, then Tyson all day.
But see, also Mike has been training, and I'm like looking at him. Okay,
let me explain something too. Yeah,
mine is right too. Because listen, I listened to him on the Joe Rogan podcast. His mind is kind of
he good. Yeah,
he might be ready.
Yeah, I think he's mentally good. Let me tell y'all something about them clips, though, all right? Especially with boxing, man. So we got something called gym rats, man. These people that, not saying Tyson is that. Tyson is a Hall of Fame boxer. I'm not saying that's what he is. But you got people that, like, go crazy in the gym, right? Hitting the mitts good, hit the bag good, quick. Then you put them in that ring under them lights, man, they be a totally different fighter. You feel me? I'm like, who is that? Now, not saying Tyson, that's going to happen to Tyson. I'm not saying that's going to happen to Tyson. But what I am saying is I think people are making so much about them clips that they forget about actually being in the ring. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't think ain't too many people going to talk about that aspect. Like, people love how them angles look with Tyson hitting them pad. He looked good.
He looked
But
good.
it's different. Yeah, like you ain't got to worry about nobody trying to hit you back. You know what I'm saying? Like they just the reality of it. So, I think Tyson gonna do good though. I think he's gonna do very well. But I think Roy
We're gonna
might
take
edge
that.
out a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit.
All
I'm
right, I
excited.
got your next question. So we know that you deal with a lot of men and women when it comes to weight loss and like insecurities with body image, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Do you yourself have any insecurities or body image issues? Are you just fine? You just think, I got muscles on top of muscles.
You funny. No, well, I guess I do. I'm trying to put on muscle now and gain more weight. So, but it's challenging though. I ain't really insecure about too much, to be honest. When I was younger, I was like, I ain't like my ears, I ain't like my nose, I ain't like my teeth, I ain't like nothing about myself. Like, I just went out my personality. You feel me? Like when I was younger, that shit used to weigh on me when I was younger. But then like dudes, I can't speak for everybody else, but me as you grow older and you realize like it just ain't, you grow into stuff and you ain't stopping, man. Like you feel me? You just keep going and you don't really worry about it no more. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm 30 years old. I'm pretty comfortable. Like I'm
You
pretty
old,
comfortable.
bro.
Man, whatever.
He pushing it.
Yeah, I'm getting up there. But yeah, I'm pretty comfortable now. So now it's about just improving myself. My insecurities is more about like maybe like pushing a certain amount of weight, you know what I'm saying? Or yeah, gym related stuff, not body wise. I'm pretty cool with my toes ugly though. I could probably if anything. Yeah, maybe that's it right there. That's it right there. If anything, I get rid of these. I get some new toes. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm insecure about my toes. I ain't gonna lie. I'm insecure about my toes. Yeah, that's it right there. Yeah, I wear socks to bed. Like first thing I put on out the shower is my socks. Like I'm insecure about these toes. Man. Yeah, that's something.
Do you let your girl touch your toes? Like, can somebody?
No, we ain't doing none of that. We ain't doing none of that. You tripping? Nah, we ain't doing none of that.
So ain't nobody can't nobody massage you wouldn't go to a place to get a pedicure and they don't like massage on your feet?
No, because look, and I'm not against that, right? I'm all for that. I feel bad for them because like I don't want them. You know what I'm saying? Like them fucking with my feet, I be like, man, and then they might charge me a little extra. You know what I'm saying? So,
bro, they ain't that bad, bro.
Man, look, man, I don't ran track, played basketball, I don't wore small shoes and try to survive, like living how we were living, like I don't box, like I don't did it all, man. You dogs some shit, bro. Dogs some shit.
Too much.
So maybe that's a good question.
Oh my God, Troupe. You got me with that one.
Hey man, you gotta be good. I see Najah. You gotta be honest though, man.
Oh God, I guess I'm gonna hit this next one on you. Well, Troupe, we work with you every single day.
100%.
Every single day. So we need to know, what is your ultimate pet peeve besides me mixing up 1 and 2 every now and then? I think I'm good now, but that's something different. We're going to don't even put that in there. Other than that, what's your pet peeve?
Non-workout related.
You said non-workout related? My pet peeve is like in life with people? Okay. One thing is I don't like people that just not trying to be themselves. That's the first thing. Like, that's just so easy to tell. Like, you tell when somebody that's trying to do some shit to fit in. That shit irks me. I can't. I hate unmotivated people, like people who can't do, who need somebody to just smack them across their head all day, every day. Like everybody need that push. Don't get it twisted, but like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? You want somebody to have some sense of motivation within themselves. Cause I feel like a sense of drive and all that. So it'd be hard. It'd be hard if I don't see that in somebody else. So that's a pet peeve in somebody. That's why even with my clientele, even with y'all, like I'm getting to the point where I'm almost can choose who I want to let in and let out, like on some real. If you're not matching certain work ethic, man, I don't even trying to be bothered. I feel like I get somebody else who can. You know what I'm saying? Not to be rude to them, but I'm just trying to build a certain type of circle around me. You know what I mean? So expectation to be exceeded. Another pet peeve. Let me think. Don't eat my food. Like that's a pet peeve, boy. Like Boy, I'm telling you, I'm selfish, boy, with the cut of that food. Like, I got some wings, and you see me with the wings. Like, don't come eat my wings. Like, I'll give you your own wings. Like,
Yeah.
I'll buy you. You feel me? Like, I'll set you straight. Like, say you want something, but don't eat my food. I'm big on my food. Bro. I'm really a fat boy. For real,
So
for
you
real.
don't be sharing at all?
I mean, I do a little bit. Like, we got to negotiate. But don't just, like,
You gotta
don't just,
negotiate.
don't just, because ain't no telling. Like, ain't no telling what I got left. You know what I'm saying? You
I'm
got to
the
negotiate.
same way. I'm not gonna lie, because that happens to me often. I have something. The problem in my household is that I put something in the refrigerator, and I might not want it right then, but it might
You
be
want
a
it
day or
later.
two. I'll come back,
And it's
but
gone.
it's gone, and I got a
Yeah,
problem with that because I
I'm
planned
happy
it
about
out.
them. Yeah, I'm happy about them. Everybody know what mine is. Mine, like, don't touch mine. Don't wake me up out my sleep. Like, man, I'm big on my sleep, man. Like, don't wake me up my sleep. And I get up pretty early and everything, but I do take naps. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I take naps, like, because I be up so early. So 9 o'clock feel like 4 o'clock to me. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I be like, there ain't nobody up. It's 9 in the morning. Like, just doing this over time. And by the time I'm done with time, like, everybody still asleep. So sometimes I get those naps in, but don't wake me up out my sleep. I'm big on that type of stuff. I
Okay.
don't know. I don't really like that. I probably named some other
You
stuff I
named
just
like
thought about.
5 of them, bro.
Yeah, I probably got some more, to be real. Like I said,
No, Janay was coming for you.
yeah, that's all cool. That's all good. I got a few under my belt, man. It's a few things that, that I don't
Okay,
like.
with you. Okay,
Not too
so
major. Not too major.
what is your favorite memory growing up?
Question. Ooh, that's a good
You
question.
didn't expect that one.
Nah, that's something I got to think about. Like, that's a good question. Growing up, man, I tell people all the time, like, I was fortunate enough. I feel the way I was brought up made me not care about materialistic things, like, at all. And I still hold that to me now because we had fun with such little, like, we had so many water fights, big on water fights. My mama big on, like, big on water fights, um, like, big on fighting. Taught me how to fight. My mama taught me how to fight. Taught me how to play ball. You feel me?
Really?
Uh, yeah, my mama good. She from born home. She's a tomboy. You know what I'm saying? So,
And she a Sagittarius.
yes, she
Hey,
is. Yes, she
And
is.
both of us are too, just so you know.
a good woman.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. so, so having those moments, and then, like, just being young and getting into whatever you wanted to back then, living free, like, that's the best moment, man. Like, I could probably pinpoint a lot of little special moments. I rapped back in high school, so we were throwing parties in the mall, Sunday mall, back then.
Hey.
Like 2009, 2010, throwing parties, like, they were cool, bringing everybody out from the city, just having fun. Doing that was cool, and just walking around, meeting people, and doing that for a while, and then with the training, and then boxing, going to different states, and me, Deontay Wilder, we just lost the heavyweight world type championship to Tyson Fury, but just me and him and other boxers, going through that, like, I got plenty of moments from there. But to be honest, it's just carefree, right? Like, just being carefree. I miss those moments, you know what I'm saying? As a kid, like, those were the best moments where we could just go out. We ain't thinking about no politics. We ain't thinking about no, like, I need this much money. And, like, we ain't thinking about none of that. You know what I'm saying? We just able to live, be creative. We want to be creative. Be fast. We want to be fast. I mean, like, running, not like sexual. But if you own that, you can be that. You can do that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was able to do what you wanted to and learn, and then we was allowed to learn. I feel like I don't feel like it's like that now. Like, you can't fuck up all boys. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
they just condemning everybody for making mistakes. So I just miss that part about it, about being a kid. It's the freedom and
Mhm.
the carefreedom, the carelessness of everything.
That's good.
Yeah.
I miss that too. I grew up in the country.
Oh, you had fun. My family from the country, from Tiffin and Neiman Jules and all that. Like, they from the country. All they do is just go outside, throw rocks, and play with the
We had
cats and shit.
stickball. We didn't have like baseball. Like we had a stick and
Yeah,
a rock.
shit. Yeah. You ever play Indie Hop before?
No.
India,
We used to play. Yeah, we used to play Indie
Wait,
Hop all
we
the
probably
time.
have, but it probably wasn't called that.
it's called something different.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, we ain't had no, we were no stick ball. No, we had like a bat and we had like a tennis ball or whatever. Somebody catching, somebody batting, somebody pitching, somebody hit it, wherever the ball land. If somebody catch it straight up, then they get the hit. But wherever the ball land, you got to throw it from there. And then the person lay the bat down, they throw it. If they hit the bat, they get the hit. If not, the person get the hit again. Like, it was just so many ways somebody get the hit. So it was just like a baseball game, man. So many windows on got fucked up from that game. Yeah, we
I
had
miss
fun though.
walking to the corner store.
Yeah,
Like,
going candy ladies and stuff like that.
yeah.
Like, like all that stuff dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I mean. Just the freedom. Like, we gonna going to the ice cream truck, then hitting the woods, going to the woods. You know, I used to stay Garden Court. We stay in Garden Court. My grandma stayed there for years. Garden Court is right there across from Club Candlewood. So you go through some woods, from Garden Court, end up in Club Candlewood, go hoop, we back in some wood. Late at night though, so your mama sitting outside. You know, my mama loud and ghetto, so she up there calling my name, ready about to get my ass whooped, ready. I already know, you know what I'm saying. But those moments was the fun moments, cause you just having fun, like being free.
Yeah, it's different now for our kids. Like, I can't, like, they don't know what it is to come home on the street. Like, come home. Like, we was on 4-wheelers, like dodging cops and stuff. Like back in my like
that's what you doing. Yeah, that's what you do in the country. Yeah. That's what you do in the country. But yeah, no, they you know, technology, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything's supposed to evolve. So we just got to jump aboard. You know what I mean? And I'm sure 20 years from now, they be saying the same thing about your kids and stuff. Like, it's just gonna continue to evolve heavily.
That's good. That's good. So I'm coming with the last question for you.
Okay.
All right. If you could give your younger self some advice, what would it be?
I think about this all the time, to be honest. We don't never live with regrets, though. We always just learn from our lessons and continue to push. To be honest, I learned more from other people than I learned from myself. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I learned a lot from other people. Like, so much. Some good, a lot of bad too. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to tell my younger self something, just be patient, man. First and foremost.
Right.
Be patient. I know some people saying 29, like, yeah, you getting up there, bud. But some people really feel like that. And I don't know if y'all doing that, but some people really feel like that, right? Like rushing, you know what I'm saying? Back to technology, how technology and social media got everybody kind of rushing with stuff. And I'm always trying to, like, I'm in the mode trying to pace myself, man. Like, a lot of these CEOs ain't ready to make it till they was 40s, mid 40s, 50s, and then they was able to sit down. Because you know what they were doing? They were busting their ass, like, trying to get that company up. They ain't even thinking about no breaks. You feel me? So I got to look at it like that. That's how I look at it. And we here for longevity, too. So I ain't planning on crashing out at 45, 50 years old. You feel me? I feel like having a long life. Like, so I got to be patient, man, and be strategic and stuff. So that's one of the things I always tell myself, be patient. I was rushing even when I was younger, like everything fast. That's all I knew. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you gotta sit down, plan shit, Troupe. Like stop going off the top of your head, plan shit. Like write stuff down so you can see it. That might help you better. You know what I'm saying? You know, learn how to save your money, Troupe. You know what I'm saying? Like put money to the side, but have fun for yourself. And also learn how to save money, but have fun for yourself. Like that's something I'm still learning. Like how to.
I mean, I didn't made from Champs. Did you work at Champs?
Yeah, I did.
You brought up some old stuff.
Only you, I know. Only you. Yeah, only you.
I worked at Max Fun.
Okay, yeah, you was with my partners them. My boy Twin. No, I don't know if you was there when they were there, but
I guess that's how I know him. But
okay.
We went to the same school, Troupe, but we didn't know each other.
Oh yeah. So all right, yeah.
But yeah, I think about it all the time. I'm like, man, all that money, I was like, what was I doing with my check?
Well, yeah, man. Everybody thinking about that back then. Like, to be honest, you know, I was in a different situation though. Like, so I had that car. Had a car at 16. Had a car at 16, and then I've been working at Champs since I was 16. 16 to like 18. But that whole time, I'm helping my mama. Like, I'm not buying myself no shit. Like, only thing I'm really doing for me is putting gas in the car so I can go do what I need to do. Like, but I'm really helping my mama. And then one time, I decided, like, all right, I'm gonna go buy me a little Xbox. Bought me an Xbox. Mama seeing that shit?
Punch out.
Get out. You gotta go. Kick me out and everything. Me and my Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh my God.
And the Xbox.
Yeah, me and my Xbox. Like, nah, you you supposed to be helping me. And then back then, like I was mad as hell, man. But like, not even saying it's the right move then. Like I still agree probably when the right move should have did. But I understand the point. The point is like you're not gonna be under my roof and think, you know what I'm saying, you're not gonna
You can do your own thing.
contribute. Yeah. She a different type of she just was a different type of parent when it comes to that type of stuff. And she needed help. It wasn't like she didn't though. You know what I'm saying? She didn't need help. Single parent, 2 kids. I just was trying to be selfish at the moment, being a kid. Like I want this new game bad. And, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I wouldn't really blowing my money on stuff like that. Like I still don't. Material stuff is just ain't I wasn't blowing. It just be prioritizing. Like I think that's the thing. And I think people get that confused. Like prioritizing versus like blowing. So people feel like if I ain't spending it on BS, then I'm not blowing my money. But you really can be blowing your money if you spending it on something that you don't need to be spending on at the moment. You feel what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Like you got to spend it on something that more important than you can essentially be doing the same exact thing. So that's how I look at it. I just want to prioritize it properly. I want to come into the side properly. And I always feel like I get it back. I get it back. Like I get it back. I get it back until you fall rock bottom and you realize like you got something for these times. So that's the thing I tell myself, man. Be patient. Make sure you save properly. Make sure listen whenever an issue. You know, I got these big ass ears, so I listen very well. But even listening times too. And then I don't know. It's just I always think about like boxing and training, like what I would have told myself different with that path, like what I would have still told, like, man, go this path. Don't even try to do the like, go this path or what I would have told myself different. I don't know. I probably let it play out like it did because that's how we got to this part anyway. Without the boxing, there would have been no training, like, to be honest. So I probably let that go, but just the patient. I think just the patient, trust your instincts, just follow you type things. I probably named 10 other things that everybody else probably will agree with and use. But I think those are the main things that I wish I would have told myself when I was younger. Like be patient. Because once you're patient, you go a little bit slow, you see stuff differently. Like you can see stuff coming differently, you can plan stuff differently, and when you're speeding, it's hard to really see that vision clearly. So
I agree. It's because we just want to grow up so fast, but
we did like really fast. Like well, at least me. Like I couldn't wait to like grow up. Like just I guess because of just wanting to be free. Like this, I said that freeness.
Yeah,
Like want
out
to be
your
free.
mama's house, do your own thing, that whole stuff. Yeah. I don't know
But I was forced. Like I wouldn't even like to be real. My mama told me and my sister like, all right, look, we finna move in this 1 bedroom. Me and her husband, we moved in this 1 bedroom. So y'all got into November. That was like 2 months. Like y'all gotta get there figure something out.
Like what? Where we gonna go?
Figure that shit out, man. Like that method might not. I wouldn't use it. But it just worked in that path. We just had to figure it out. So. I don't know. Everybody
our experiences make us
who you are. 100%. That'll change people's perspective. Like that's why I went so big into the zodiacs because I was like, man, what if this person grew up this way and this person grew up, like I think that should make a difference. But yeah, experiences definitely make a difference. But we all got some things in common, especially the zodiac. I'm getting more into that myself, astrology. So it's something to that for sure.
Yes, I noticed some like different like things about it, but I'm not like in it deep, but I think it's interesting.
Yeah, it gets real deep, like moon signs, sun signs, and all that. I ain't got there with it, so I'm just learning, man.
Okay, so we do something called the social circle where we talk about social media and stuff that's going on. So the first social circle topic that we have is Jacob Blake. I know you probably are familiar. Have you been on the social media lately? Because you be on and off. You like post your stuff and then you be off.
Yeah. I ain't been on none of these last couple of days.
So Jacob Blake is a black man that got shot 7 times in the back while his kids were in the car. You heard about that one?
Yeah, I saw it.
So, and by the way, I haven't watched it. I can't watch those videos.
So I'm the same way, Janay. I'm just that social media, going through social media, I end up seeing it. But I'm the same way. After the Alton Sterling video, that one brought me to tears. Like to be real, Alton Sterling dude that got shot at the gas station, saved up 7 CDs on. They filmed it. That was my first time actually seeing a video like. To be honest, so I was in my car I watched it, I seen it. And then I hear his son, how they like at the press conference, how he was talking and feeling. I just broke down straight up.
Yeah.
And after that, I said I wasn't gonna watch none of that. So I didn't watch. I didn't even watch.
George
I
Floyd.
ain't watch. Yeah, I ain't watched George Floyd. I ain't watched the last few incidents. Like
Yeah.
it's just hard because I don't want to become immune to it either.
Yes.
Desensitized, like
Yes.
watching it all the time, you just be like, man, sometimes to be real, I be wanting to go on. Like I be having so much to say about it, the type of person I am. But being on social media, like I also feel it's like talking to a wall sometimes. You know what I'm saying with stuff like that. And sometimes people gonna listen. Some people will agree. Some people disagree. And I don't really care about this. Sometimes I just want to get mine out. But I don't feel like it would be like what's next after that? Like I don't like doing stuff. This is not no solution really behind it. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? I'll be airing out for me. I can deal with it a better way than that. I feel I just have to deal with it outside of social media. But yeah, stuff like that is.
So how does it make you feel like as a black man? Do it? I mean, obviously it makes you angry, but do you walk around like, I guess, fearful, or are you numb to it, or is it just like,
No, not me personally. I can't speak for no other black man in America. Everybody's experience is different, right? So I only speak about mine. But no, I don't walk with no fear. Straight up, I ain't gonna never walk like that. I'm gonna walk my head high. But as a black man, it just make it so much harder, right? And even make you afraid to even bring life into this world. Like it make you afraid to like you just have to be smart with how you moving and stepping. Cause look, to be honest, let's just be real. Let's just be honest about the situation, right? You can depending on where you at, you gotta worry about the police killing you and you gotta worry about your neighbor killing you, right?
hmm?
And then to be honest, like people like to say that, well, that's black on black crime and all that, whatever the case may be. Those two don't even correlate, right? But the one thing that both of those have in common is this white supremacy systematic shit that's going on, right? Like the people, black on black people killing each other because they ain't got no means of stuff, ain't never liquor store right there, all that type of stuff. So I just be looking for answers as a black man. Like, I don't know, I have a different insight of stuff. I be looking at life a little bit different. So, my answer might not be as typical as most, but I always looking for solutions. Like that's my only thing, solutions. Like I see these folks going out here and boycotting, and I see these folks basketball playing, stop playing basketball, but then we playing the next day. Like, uh, what are these people doing to get y'all to come play again, right? Like you gonna continue to entertain these folks. And I understand it's business. This is what I have to understand more than anything by being in this quarantine. Business gonna take over all. Like straight up. Like this country is a business and it's gonna take over all. They ain't gonna care about your health, they ain't gonna care about none of that, right? So I get it. It's a business and it's repercussions for, sending out these games. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if you saying we standing on this and this is what we own, and I understand that's a platform. You have a platform, but you also got 20 other platforms out here. Like these folks ain't talking about no Breonna Taylor and nothing on these games. They worry about who's shooting a jump shot. And they had their little moments, they 30 minutes to talk about that type of stuff. But as a black man, I just feel like we got to find solutions, right? So I think we got to just be leaders and be proactive and stop sitting on our hands. And when I'm saying not sitting on our hands, I don't mean you got to be out there in the streets and stuff like that. Like, if that ain't your thing, it ain't your thing. We just got to be proactive for whatever we doing. So when you see stuff like that, of course, now the police I ain't gonna lie, though, 12 get behind. Yeah, you
Yeah.
thinking different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I was, ain't gonna lie, we've been like that. It's just how you kind of raised in that. You kind of raised to think police is bad, straight up. Like I've been in whole shooting and everything. You think people call the police? No, like nobody decided. You know what I'm saying? Like we had that type of mentality with that. So that's gonna always be. So my mentality ain't changing with that. It just increased. Maybe the anxiety increased. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been in that position since all this been going on. But I think about it. I'm just behind the wheel today. I'm thinking about it. I see 12. I'm thinking about it. Like you feel you don't know what type of mood they on, like what type of nothing. So, but I don't move no fear, man. I just feel like whatever meant. I've been on that for a good little year and a half. I just think you got to move with purpose. Um, and, just try to be proactive with stuff, man. We gotta you see wrong, especially with the police and authorities, man. We gotta make sure we step in so people ain't getting treated wrong. Like, don't be sitting there recording people dying, man. Like,
Right.
I just ain't with
Right.
that, man. That me though,
That's the hardest thing. Like recording people dying. I don't even know how to elaborate on it. Like, I know I also myself is one of the people who I cannot watch the videos. I've watched a few things. I did watch George Floyd. I had no clue that's how it was going to end up though. I was one of the first people to watch it that morning, early that morning. Um, Tore my heart apart, and I'm like, nobody did anything. Y'all sat there and just, which I understand they might have been a little fearful for their own lives. I don't know. I can't put myself in their shoes, but it is a hard thing to watch. I like I said, I can't watch these videos. It tears me to pieces every time.
Too tough, man. Too tough. So no, I would never get immune to that type of behavior. For one, like I would never get immune to that stuff. Like I don't see how you can get immune to being mistreated just for no reason. Sorry, for no reason, being mistreated for no reason at all. So I can't get immune to that type of mindset or that type of attitude. Do you walk around with a little resentment sometimes? I have to be honest, and I walk around and I'm in a certain type of, a little resentment, like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just too much history, right? It's been too much history with violence with the opposite race. You know what I'm saying? So and stuff just heightened right now. Stuff is times 10. So you gotta be smart and cautious. You know what I'm saying? Smart and cautious, but I ain't walking with no fear at all though.
Hit on with that 1-2.
Right.
That too. But you know, it be deeper than that though. Like I said, it is what's meant. You know what I'm saying? It was meant, and I've just been really walking with that type of purpose, like, you know what I'm saying? And I have in my mind, like, I just have a bigger purpose to be here and stuff like that. And I'm gonna be here for a little minute, so I don't be thinking about that type of stuff. That stuff is like putting poison in your, like, what you think about really is what can manifest.
Your thoughts will, manifest in your life.
Yes.
Yeah, I try not to dwell on that type of stuff, but I do. You know, some thoughts come around. I ain't gonna lie. I'd be lying if I say that ain't happening.
I understand. So another topic in our social circle, which of course you know, Chadwick Boseman death. It hit us all so hard. You know, close to Kobe's, it hit us real hard. This man had this cancer, colon cancer, for 4 years. Nobody in his immediate circle leaked that secret out. That is what I call true friendship, true trust. Do you happen to have somebody in your life or some people in your life like that?
Yeah, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed to have a few people in my life like that. Um, and, that's just developed over time. You know what I'm saying? Some quicker than others. Um, but yeah, I'm definitely blessed to have that type of people. And it's hard to have them type of people in your life, right? Like, because everybody wants like to be the first to break a story, especially with something like that. Be the first to break a story, or just can't hold water. Some people just talk too much. You know what I mean?
Is your circle like, you call your circle small?
Super small. Yeah, most of these folks I grew up with. So them same water fights I was just talking about, like these folks were having the water fights with me. You know what I'm saying? My boy Torn Dion, like I went to school with them, them since middle school. So y'all do the math on that. You know what I mean? And we don't all live separate lives. Like they don't been cross seas, and they was in the service. So they been cross seas and San Diego and all these different states, and it's just always love. Like we ain't never, what I'm saying, lost touch, man. It's always been love, but men different. I don't know how it is for women. I tend like women be jealous about, like, they're my best friend. Yeah, I be jealous about that stuff. But men, like we cannot talk for a minute and pick it back up like ain't been nothing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, everything been good. I'm gonna go see my boy next week. My boy Twan.
Do you feel like it's important for a man to have like outlets, like your friends? Like, do you find yourself like an outlet? Do you feel like you can be vulnerable with your close friend group, or do you feel like that's just something you don't do? Because I've noticed that a lot of men don't have, like, either it's an older man that they can talk to, like an old head, somebody that's wise, or they don't really talk to they close friends or they brothers about things that be going on with y'all. Like,
like I said, I'm fortunate enough to have these people. So I got a old head too. You know what I'm saying? My boy Rod. Like, and I just met Rod within the last 2 years. But when I say he family, like, he family. Some people just like that, man. He's
Yeah.
family, you know what I'm saying? And he Aries too. So we kind of very similar with a lot of things. But yeah, I got a good circle around me that if I need to, you know what I'm saying, I can let it out on them. Now, it's just the type of person that I am. Again, I grew up pretty much by myself. You know what I'm saying? So I dealt with a lot of stuff internally. Even my mama would tell you, like, she used to have to pick at me to get stuff out. You know what I'm saying? I just always felt it was the best way. I'm always gonna feel like if there's no solution, why even bother? Like, I ain't gonna tell you about that because you ain't finna people fake sympathy. Like, I just seen that. And like I said, I learned a lot from other people. So I see how your own family can be like, I help you out, and then as soon as stuff don't go yo they way or go left, then it's F you know what I'm saying? F you and everybody around you. So like it just when you go through all that type of stuff, you see all that type of stuff, you see people don't be genuine and stuff. Like you just keep your shit in and deal with it the way that you feel like you want to deal with it. So that's what I did. But when it's like, you know, sometimes you got to talk about some things. So when it's that time, like I had certain things that's heavy on my chest, I got a few people I talk to. So I talk to all of them actually. Like we all gonna, I'm probably communicate with every single one of them in my way. All of them have different perspectives. All of them in different places in their life. So the advice always be valuable. They honest. I don't need none of that. Like they'll tell me straight up, like you tripping, boy. You know what I'm saying? They'll tell me straight up. So I always value their opinion, and then uh, it's room for dialogue. Like ain't never know like he can't say that. None of my friends say something to him. Like man, shut up. I ain't saying like ain't none of that. I'm gonna listen to what you're saying because I really respect their opinion, especially my boy Tony Dion, because they know my family, they know me, like
You know your
they
history.
know me. Yeah, like they know exactly where I'm coming from, like my development, like all that, and we similar. So, and Rod, bro, he just so he what I aspire to be as I get older. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, Rod on his shit, uh, productive, positive. You know what I'm saying? I just respect Rod. You know what I mean? So I just talk to the people that I respect, and they give me valuable opinion, like valuable. Anytime I really want to talk to them, I always feel like it's valuable.
I think that's important,
Unbelievable. Yeah,
especially for
unbelievable.
men, because sometimes y'all just be
Yeah, I
holding
mean, I won't do that much talking though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I ain't gonna kick it
Yeah.
like I'm always like I ain't doing that much talking. Cause like I said, it's always that hard. So I ain't like always hitting them up there. They'll tell you like most eyes be like you straight. Most of them we'll hit each other all the time. You good, and everybody like yeah, we straight. Like we feel all right, cool. If it's something to really talk about, then somebody might call or something like that. But I ain't really hitting them up too often. They hit me up too often. Like we ain't really talking about them in the problem. But if I do, and if they do, then we get it out. Like, we just know we just ain't. The man just wired a little bit different. Man, I go
Yeah.
running or
They
something.
are.
Yeah, I go hit the gym or something. Like running is therapy. That's like I feel like that's like sitting on the couch for me. Straight up, like just go run.
There is.
Don't feel like that for me, but moving on.
Neither, obviously.
different shoes. Everybody different. I feel. Everybody different.
So this is important because this is like you talking about some this fight and all that is about to happen, but I'm talking about this versus that's about to happen against
With
Brandy
Monica?
and Monica.
Okay.
Don't be drinking like that because the thing is, I need to know who you got on this versus.
I think easily Monica gonna win.
Okay.
I knew he was gonna say that because he's from the South.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
from Georgia.
I mean, shit, they put the catalogs up. Like, I ain't no bitch
Brandy
to
got
Brandy.
some good hits. Brandy got some hits.
She
They
got
both.
some hits. It ain't about who got hits. Like, those people understand this shit about who got 20 of them things, right? Like, who
Yeah, she
got
got
20
20.
bangers. Like, who got 20 bangers? And I think Monica bangers are bigger than Brandy bangers. You feel me? But you're right. I could be biased because I'm from the South. Like, so they might hit a little harder. They
Exactly.
might let me a little harder because I'm from the South. But I ain't really see nobody debating that, though. I see people like who gonna sing that boy's mind, who gonna be the one singing that, but
They're gonna probably sing it together at the end as a duet.
they have, yeah. I think they'll be smart, but
Got no
yeah, yeah. I
Okay,
think Monica gonna
so
take that.
we got something called Relationship Corner where we do like relationship questions. So real quick, I'm gonna read this to you. Najah stumbled across this, and I just want you to tell me your first thoughts, whether you agree or disagree with the post. Okay.
Okay.
So it says, sex is not continuously getting pounded from the back. That's a man using your body to masturbate. That's you not understanding intimacy or trauma bonding through sex. That's you having no true connection to each other in the bedroom. That's childish sex learned from porn.
Okay, so can I agree and disagree?
You can.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I agree with that and disagree. So obviously a woman wrote that. First off,
A woman did write this.
I know that. I can clearly tell a woman wrote that. I do agree that behavior probably is learned from like adolescent porn and thinking like hard is better. You know what I'm saying? And I do think, you know, you gotta take your time. I feel like you should take your time. But also, it's some women who enjoy that. So it's up to the dude to be able to readjust. Like if you know, if you was with somebody who enjoyed that and somebody else like who don't enjoy that. I just think it's cool I think you should mix it up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And after a while you should know your mate that know if she wants you to take your time or go around it. But I do agree. I think that behavior is like some porn type of behavior. Like let me just and think every girl be into that. And you go to learn that slow is better.
I just feel like I took, like, Najah sent it to me and asked me what my thoughts were, and I took it totally different. Like, I did not read into it like she was specifically talking about the position. I think what I took from it, I think she was trying to say, maybe she worded it wrong, but I think she was trying to say, like, as a man in a relationship with their woman or whatever, you should want to take care of her. So if all you trying to do is pound it real quick and get yourself together and not worry about her, then you obviously have an issue with sex. Because I don't think the position, like, any position can be intimate. I don't care which way you doing it or whatever. Or how you doing it. I just feel like maybe she meant that, the end goal is to make sure that both of y'all.
Yeah. Well, I think the same rule applies no matter what. Like what I'm saying, I feel it still applies whether it's missionary or you.
Yeah.
No matter what, I think it applies. I think you should want to take your time. But I also just know that there's some girls out who enjoy that. Like they enjoy that. So it's not necessarily wrong. It's just about who you're talking to, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I told her I actually kind of felt the same way you did. I had two different perspectives on it. I definitely felt like she could have worded that so much different if she was going for more of a, you should know your woman, you should be sensual with her, you should this, and that, more on that lines. She worded it wrong. I mean, plus she used the word masturbation. I'm like,
yeah, that part,
what man is using your body as masturbation?
I think she was being extra. Like I think she was just trying
very
to,
much so.
Yeah, I don't think she meant it literally. Yeah, I don't think she meant it.
And then, like you said, there are women out here, excuse me, there are women out here who do like it like that, which in that case, you cannot always put the man in that situation because some women just want that. They want that porn or whatever you want to give to them. And that's how they're going to take it. And they're the type as well to like, yo, I'm done. Let's go. That's so you can't, like I said earlier, that whole box thing you put in the
same way. Yeah, I feel you now. You can't put people in no box, man. But I do say it's the responsibility of the man though to like readjust if you have to. You can't go into every situation like you can't go into every situation the same. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, you can't do that though. You just can't do that because every woman different. So you have to go. I think it's always safe to start slow and nice, and then
because you don't know what drama like she may have gone through.
Yeah, nah, you don't. Yeah, then you don't know what level she on either. Like she might be on some other shit. You feel me? So like you don't want to go crazy and you don't turn her up. Like she be like, shout out, don't be a menace. Like you know what I'm saying? She get turned up. So you gotta be careful, man. I think it's just about reading, and women tell you, especially when you're in that moment. Like, I'm gonna tell you, man. What's
some men stupid though. I'm just gonna be
honest. Yeah. Some men are stupid. Like we some stupid people.
Before you go, we got a little game we want to play with you. It's called Song Association.
Okay.
And we know that you're in love with music because we're always listening to your trap music that you have us working out to. And you mentioned growing up with your grandma and listening to like old school and stuff like that.
Facts.
Facts.
Yes.
So the name of the game is I'm gonna give you a word. You're gonna have 10 seconds to sing a song with that word in it. It don't have to be in the title of the song. It has to just be in the song. The word has to be in the song somewhere.
You ain't gotta sing.
And you ain't gotta
Nah, I
sing.
can blow. Nah, I can
Okay,
blow.
well then, Troupe, in that case, I want to hear you sing it then. In that case.
Somebody get the
Well, my teeth. Bring me my teeth to the back, please. So
You
there got to be a song that it's gonna be a song. It got to be a song that we all know.
gotta be song that we know though. Don't be making up nothing that you wrote your last week yourself.
I had about 5 songs off and get on my chest, man.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna try my best.
Okay, we ready? Your
right.
first word is, and Najah gonna keep score.
I'm gonna be terrible.
You get a point. First word is hot.
Hot. Hot. Dang, I can't get it. So your thoughts on though? I'm pretty used.
What about it's getting hot in here? Your 10 seconds.
Man, ain't nobody thinking about no. Ain't nobody thinking about no business.
Right, your next word is.
Oh goodness.
Feel.
Who?
Feel.
Let me tell you how I feel. I'm gonna keep it real. Let me tell you how I feel.
All right.
Yeah, y'all like that shit. I was just bouncing on everything.
Okay.
I bet y'all know.
Your next word is shake.
Shake what your mama gave ya. Shake what your mama shake what your mama gave ya.
Keep busting out.
Oh, okay. That's what I grew up to. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Playing all day every day around. What was it?
Moving on. Your next word is myself.
Dang, that be for me. That money bag. Myself. It's just me, myself, and I got it in. That's what I found out. Hey, classic. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on one. Let's go. I'm on one.
So the next word is vibe.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe. That's a vibe. Hey, it's a vibe.
Yeah.
That's a vibe. All right, that one. Kill that one. Y'all know that 2 times. Yeah, y'all know.
Oh, that's your favorite. The next word is 3, 2, 1. Forget.
Oh, forgot the damn song. Oh, no, that one.
What about that Forget You, CeeLo one? That's a good one.
But
Your next word is monster.
I'm on my monster.
Nikki. That's the only one on this.
I knew that for. I know some verses for that too. Crazy. You gotta play beats.
Okay. Your next word is, I think you got like 1 more or 2 more. Your next word is there. Like go there.
There. Oh man, I know one too. That was fast.
That's how the workouts be feeling.
What song y'all got? What song y'all got for that one?
There's a meeting.
Oh well, yeah. No, yeah, that could work. Yeah,
that could work.
Yeah, he like Eureka.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Light bulb went on there.
Your last word is step.
2 steps now, y'all. 1 hop this time. Slide to the left, hey. Slide to the right, hey. Pretty fall. Yeah. Take it
Y'all
back
got
now,
my
y'all.
stomach hurting over
Good
here.
job. Good job. You didn't do
Turn it up.
What's up? What's his
Yeah.
He got
Yeah.
points.
6 points.
6 out of
Oh, that
what?
ain't bad. 6 out of 9.
Huh?
Out of 10.
How
6
many
out of
he
10.
get? Six
He
out
got
of how many?
6
Out of what?
out of 10.
Oh, okay.
Damn, no, I did better than that. Nah, we can't. We can't break.
Oh my God. Okay.
That was a fun game. Fun game.
That was
Well,
fun.
we really want to thank you for coming onto our show. We have something that we do at the end called a Wine After Wine Tips of the Week. And since you're here and you're our trainer, we want to know if you can give the tip of the week, like a health or fitness tip for the week.
A health or fitness tip of the week?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, well, it's gonna go back to what I touched on earlier. Anybody that's listening or anybody that will listen to this, make sure that you organize. All right, plan your day. Fit your fitness in the same way you fit your hair, your makeup, your eyelashes, your lipstick, your nails, all that extra stuff that y'all be doing. Find time for your health as well. Okay, no more excuses. There's no more excuses out here. All right, it's like too many ways to better yourself. All right, we trying to be here for long. We trying to be here for long and longer. All right, so let's make sure that we're doing the things that we can to prolong our health and prolong our life. All right, so organize your day. Take at least 30 minutes out your time. At least 30 minutes if you're just starting out to work on yourself. All right. If you already on the fitness, then find another 30 minutes to find some things that you love to do for you and make this bring you happiness. All right. Because this mental illness and stuff that's going on around here is real. It is real. Like, it's not a game. People are really blowing their heads off because they don't know what to do and they feel lost and they jobless and all that type of stuff. So if you already got your fitness stuff on point, cool. Find another 30 minutes to find something that you enjoy doing and do it. And who knows, that shit might make you some money.
And drink some water so your skin can look good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's anyway. You better drink water, man. All right. You need that when we walk around here looking crazy. All right. I appreciate it. I definitely thank y'all ladies for having me on here. It was definitely fun. I hope to do it again very soon.
Of
Of
course.
course. True.
Please come back.
Tell them
Yeah,
where to
definitely.
find you on social media.
Oh yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Troupe _ that's TROUPE _ my Twitter the same thing, Troupe _ Facebook is Tremaine Troupe, TRAMAINE, Troupe TROUPE. And all you're gonna see a bunch of workouts and hopefully some motivation. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, people see, everything that's on the pages and get motivated. You know what I mean? That's the goal. Like, let's try to not make so much of it about me, but when I do post, I want people to take this stuff and try to make it, implement in their life so they could be better. You know what I mean? Or see some of y'all results and get motivated from that. So I hope people, pay attention and make them want to get up and move for sure. So thank y'all.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so
I
much.
appreciate it.
This
Thank you
was
very much.
so fun. This was so fun. I just want you to know that like those 10 seconds went by fast on that music. Yeah, that's how I feel when it's rest time for us.
Oh, that's how I feel. It be that bad? It be that bad?
That
It be that bad.
Like,
Yeah.
We just caught our breath. Goodness. Well, thank
I
you
gotta do
so much
better.
for listening to our show. Please go to our social media, Wine After Whines, and look at our social media. We're also on YouTube with the podcast. You can catch us on Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and all of that. And thank you so much for tuning in. And thank you again to Troupe. And we'll talk to you later.
bye,
Thank y'all.
True.
Thank y'all. Love. Thank y'all.